Welcome to the Grab the Map podcast, where we don't just look at it, we grab the map. I'm your host, Johnoson Crutchfield, and it has been a while since I got to talk to you on this podcast. I don't know what in the world I was thinking, but I haven't talked to you in a while. We haven't brought out new episodes. Got all kinds of new content I want to share with you over the coming year, and I am excited to be able to share all these guests with you, all of this information. If you have not listened to the first episodes of the podcast, that content is still relevant. It is still helpful. And I know it will impact you in a big way if you go back and listen to those podcast episodes. But this year, exciting new guests coming back to the podcast. You'll notice that over the next several weeks, there will be podcasts released that were recorded a year ago. And that's because I just got behind, y'all. I just got behind and started focusing on my health a little bit more. Lots of bowling, lots of golf, lots of exercise, and I'm feeling great, feeling fantastic. So that focus took away from the podcast a little bit, but I've had so many requests. Hey, where's your podcast? Hey, where's your stuff? And I want to do this. I want to bring you information that makes real estate accessible for all of us. I want to bring you information that makes all of us able to invest if we choose to, all of us able to progress financially, build legacies for our family. Everybody who's listening to this podcast who's willing to take action should be able to create tremendous steps forward for themselves. So podcast is back. That's the announcement, right? And I'll be posting these to YouTube as well. Our YouTube channel is called the Grab the Map Podcast and Education. Find that channel. Every single one of these podcasts is also posted to YouTube. And here it is. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what's happened in the last year on today's podcast, because it's almost been a year. I think it was May of 2020 that the last podcast was posted. But I've still been actively investing in real estate. I've still been doing deals. And the crazy part is that there's been a lot that's happened in 10, 11, 12 months that I haven't been able to share with you. And so I'm going to share some of the things that I've been working on. And I'm going to certainly just kind of review a year in a few minutes here on this podcast. So where you been, John? What's been going on? I guess the biggest change that's happened in that period of time is that we're still growing, right? Company is still buying houses, buying apartments, new and exciting. We've bought some new asset classes in the last 10, 11 months. And so I'm just going to kind of go through a list here, and we'll talk about why I'm going this direction. You might be listening to this podcast, and if you know me personally, or you've gotten to know me on Facebook in the Wealth and Real Estate Facebook group, that's our Facebook group, then you know, like, I'm a simple guy. You know, I'm not really glitzy or glamorousy. I don't, flash a whole lot of stuff. You might be saying, like, why is this guy still buying real estate? I mean, he has houses, he's got apartments, he's got all this stuff. Why is he still buying? Why not do something else? Former teacher, former principal of a school, former professor at a college. Why is this guy like doing this stuff instead of that? And simply, it's just because I love teaching, but I also love having an impact on families and communities. And real estate has really helped me impact people's lives for the better, but also impact communities and see change happening, see investment happening in communities, helped my family, of course, just live a higher quality of life as well. So let's talk about it. What's happened? First, I bought self-storage units. In the last 11 months, I've closed on 160 units of self-storage, 3 different facilities, 50 units each. One has a little bit more, but I closed on self-storage. And the reason that I've done that, the reason I've went that direction is because, I needed to start diversifying where my income was coming from. A lot of my houses are C-class, D-class rental properties, working class people that are living week to week on paychecks and we get a lot of late fee income. We have to do a lot of heavy collections. And I wanted to have an asset class that would be differentiated, right? Like something that we could put on automatic payments and more people would just pay and we wouldn't have to chase it down. And I had a couple of owners that were willing to seller finance these facilities to me. And I had very little out of pocket to do those projects. And so that's been great. And then I had one facility that just rolled across that, was helping a friend get out of a bad partnership. So I was able to pick that facility up. I've owned those self-storages now for about 6 months, and man, so much we could talk about there. I'll be bringing a guest on in a few weeks, actually, that's going to talk about self-storages and the income stream of that business. But mainly the goal is to differentiate the income streams. And if something happens with residential, you still have income coming in from these self-storage units. Self-storage is big. You probably own one if you're listening to this message, or your garage is probably full and you're using it as self-storage. We all have all these things that we're trying to keep, right? We all have all these things that we're trying to maintain. And when we run out of space, we go and pay recurring $70, $80 a month for a self-storage unit. And I wanted a piece of that income. So pretty exciting to have entered that asset class. I also picked up a couple of motels. And in the last 11 months, we've bought 2 motels. It's 100 doors of motel. That has been different. Having to deal with staffing and how to keep staffing at a motel, how to keep your inventory, make sure you have the materials that you need to keep rooms clean, keep things looking great for guest satisfaction, right? Advertising and marketing on the different internet platforms that serve people who are looking for motel, hotel, Airbnb, just all kinds of things I'm learning with entering the motel space. Again, the goal being, let's diversify the income streams for Grab the Map properties. Let's make sure that, we've got some income coming from active things like motels, and then we've got some passive income streams coming from things like the self-storage or rental property. I entered a partnership in 2021. That was exciting. Very, very unique experience for me. A lot of you all know I've been buying this property. I have a lot of you that have helped me buy property by lending money, making great returns on your money. You get your money back in 12 months, and you've got 8 to 10% on your cash. And a lot of you just reinvest it with me again, and I'm still looking for partners like that. But this last year, I took on a partner that raised capital for the motel deals and got a portion of equity for those deals. And you're going to have a podcast episode that talks about partnerships and how to pick partners and things to look out for in partnerships. I'm no longer in that partnership, and I think I'm comfortable now kind of discussing why that is and where that relationship is going moving forward. But I learned a ton by entering a partnership in 2021. Capital raising. Yep. I've started telling people that I'm buying real estate. I've started promoting myself on social media, promoting the company, promoting others. And that is allowing me to meet people from all walks of life, people that want to invest capital, people that want to put their money in deals, people that want to make great returns. And that in turn helps me buy more real estate faster. So as my company is able to secure relationships with partners that have money, I'm able to buy more real estate. And so that has been an interesting thing, a cool thing as well. That is happening in the last 11 months. I am close, y'all. I am close to launching Grab the Map education. I have wanted to launch this for a couple of years. I want to have courses. I want to have a way that I can mentor and help people get started in real estate investing. And I don't want it to cost a fortune. So I'm launching Grab the Map Education this year, along with the book, my first real estate focused book. I've got a couple of children's books on Amazon. If you type in John Crutchfield or Dr. John Crutchfield, there's a couple of children's books out there, but I want to get a real estate focused book out this year in coexistence with Grab the Map Education, which will be a mentoring and education program and course that can help some people get started in real estate. So that's where I've been the last 11 months. I've been working, y'all. I've been working, been focusing on my health, been trying to get my mind right, and things are coming together. The podcast is back. Yes, the podcast is back. So if you're looking for content, if you want to know something that you think the whole world should know, if you want to grow your real estate business, if you want to start it, if you want to make it better, if you want to talk to somebody who's accessible and who really is doing deals on a daily basis, y'all see my wall back there? For those of you on YouTube, like, I'm actually doing deals. We've got flips underway right now. I've got an Airbnb flip that were just put under contract yesterday. So if you want to be doing something with someone who's actively doing deals, but also providing content back, hey, I'm here. I'm here. You can reach out to me. I answer every single email that goes to grabthemap@gmail.com. So if you email us, you can be sure that I'm the one that's emailing you back. Let me help you, right? Let me help you. Let me learn you. Let me meet you, right? It may not be something that I can help you with. Maybe something you want to help me with. I'm always looking for money, always looking for deals. Right now we're buying, businesses. We're buying apartments. We're buying storage units, storage facilities. If it's a functioning, well-running business, I want to talk to you. If it's distressed and it just needs some help, some recovery, and you've got some flexibility on your pricing or terms, I want to talk to you. I am John Crutchfield. I own I used to say a little company, and I'm going to keep saying it. I own a little company called Grab the Map Properties, and I love investing in rental real estate, commercial real estate. I love investing in cash flow and appreciation. I hope to meet you soon. Welcome back to the podcast. Don't just look at it, grab the map.